Okay, what's up, guys? Today's well, last night actually was episode Dragon Ball Super episode 131, the finale of Dragon Ball Super, where we all got to. And a lot of people thought it would be an hour special, because a finale hour special, it just makes sense. But it wasn't an hour long. It was 22, 23 minutes ish long, and this episode was a really good finale. In my opinion, definitely better than the Dragon Ball Z finale. Not quite sure better than the GT finale, because the GT finale it was almost perfect. We got but it's not GT time. It's Super time right now. So this episode it presumes right from the last episode ended. Goku's drained, he's on the ground because Ultra Instinct has some kind of, as we said, something about how the power of the gods has a big toll or something along those lines. And now it's Frieza and 17 versus Jiren. Honestly, going into this episode, I had no idea what was going to happen. I actually had no idea. Because I don't look at spoilers, I don't look at any of that stuff. I try to avoid it so I can have a genuine experience of what the author intends for you. Now, in this episode, when Frieza and 17 are both fighting Jiren, I think I have no idea what's going to happen at this point in the show, because we don't know how much time is left. The last time we got a time review was, I believe, maybe when Jiren knocked out Vegeta. Like, not out of the tournament, maybe we knocked him down, and before Vegeta went Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. Which is the form of which is his new form, if you don't know about that. So, it was 2 minutes then, so I don't know how long it is now. I have to assume like a minute, because Dragon Ball time has always been really weird. But when we see them fight him, Frieza makes a point of saying that Jiren is a lot weaker, so he's a lot more tired. Now, this point really bothered me because, well, Goku and Vegeta have been tired since... No, Goku's been tired since he fought during the first time in episode 110 and 111. And it has not affected the plot in any real critical way, ever. Like Goku versus Kefla, you can say he was tired, but he fought fine. Goku versus Kefla and Kale, he said he was tired, but he fought fine. When he fought during the second time, he can say he was tired, but once again, he fought fine. Vegeta at the same time, same thing. He eliminated Topo, he got up, and the next episode, he was fine. So, they always say they're tired, they always say they're drained, but it never really affects the plot. Now, Jiren, the first time Jiren is tired, it affects the plot in such a serious way, because he is tired, and he can't fight Frieza and 17. Like, Frieza is making a point saying, I don't sense that overwhelming power from you anymore. And it's like Frieza is swapping hands with Jiren. Frieza, it's the same guy who episodes ago got swatted away like he was a fly, is now swapping hands with Jiren because Jiren is tired. Now, that is plot convenient. Does it make sense? Yes, it does, because Jiren is tired. But it does not change the fact that every other time a main character is tired, nothing happens to them. But because the antagonist is tired, they can now expose them for that. That is just lazy, inconsistent super writing. But, it is what it is. It doesn't make sense somewhere. He's tired. He fought Ultra Instinct, mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. So him being tired makes sense. It makes sense. It's just that, like, come on, you can't just do it because it's relevant now for Jiren. Like, you can't, it's just, where's the consistency, Toye? So, that happened. It's a good fight. And then, what happens? Later on in the fight, Jiren basically gives up because he's getting beat up. 17 did one of those sneak attacks again, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay. And we see Topo give him some pep talk, some kind of like fairy tale pep talk saying, you can do it, you're the strongest, blah, blah, blah. And it's executed damn well perfectly. Like, honestly, they did something bad almost perfectly, so I gotta give them props for that. Good job. You did something awful that I would not like in any other show, and you made it pretty good, but it doesn't change what it is. The power of friendship. Now, it's cool to see it in reverse. Instead of the hero doing it, it's the villain, of air quotes villain, because you're not really a villain. So it's cool to see that. Honestly, everything in the episode is executed very cleanly. It's animated well, but I wouldn't say it's the great animation of Super. So it's animated still well, though. I thought it would be a break because it's a finale, but it was good. Goku and Frieza teaming up, that is definitely a moment that's going to the card. Like, honestly, I want that for a card in Dokkan Battle or something. because that was cool. Seeing Goku and Vegeta, Frieza team up. Frieza developed a lot in this tournament. You can tell by the way he actually he finally realizing that you can take Goku for his word. When Goku says he will resurrect you, he will resurrect you. So Frieza recognizes this, and this turned into a great fight. Goku Frieza versus Jiren. And they're fighting Jiren, and they're demo bodying Jiren, which is weird because it's Jiren. See, this is what I mean by inconsistency. Goku was just on the floor. Now, in our time, it's minutes ago, but remember, this is Dragon Ball. So in Dragon Ball time, it is seconds ago. Seconds ago, this guy was on the ground because Ultra Instinct drained him. It literally it's some kind of, it's a god level toll, and he gets up and he's fighting Jiren again. Now, yeah, I get it with Frieza, and Goku's a really good fighter, so you can argue he knows how to fight when he's drained. That doesn't change the fact that Jiren is tired, and you should be even more tired and more hurt than Jiren did. Than Jiren is. But once again, Goku and Frieza are both fighting Jiren. Now I'm like, okay. So Frieza being in the best shape right now makes some sense. But him being able to fight Jiren as if they were equal, no. But I'm gonna let this all go because it's the finale. But I still gotta say it because just to say it though. Frieza fought God of Destruction Topo, got bodied. Why the hell are you still fighting? But it's the finale. So in the finale, it's all about in the moment kind of stuff. That's what a finale is. When you read the last couple pages in the book, it's about that in the moment kind of thing. How does it wrap up? And it wrapped up good. They're on the last leg. So that's what I take it as Goku, Frieza, 17, and Jiren being on their last leg. They are desperate. They're doing everything they can. Take it like that, and not gonna let it go. But because I'm a diehard Dragon Ball fan, I like power scaling, and I like all that other extra joint. I can't simply let it slide. But in this review, in this rant, whatever I will call it, I can let it slide. I can let it slide because it's a finale. If this was not a finale, I would not let it slide, and that would make the episode go down. But because it's a finale, I will let it slide. As I said like 3 times before. So what else happened? So I didn't watch any of the spoilers, but in the spoilers that I have heard about, I heard stuff like, oh, the ending sucks, the last wish sucks. I even saw pictures of Frieza being up there in his golden form, laughing, which then I assumed Frieza would win, which we all did, because it felt like a very Toriyama move to make Frieza win the tournament by being knocked out and him waking up and being the last guy there. It all makes sense there. But once we saw 17 and through this episode, I definitely did think that Frieza was going to eliminate 17. Because Frieza was always slightly behind 17. And when they're fighting Jiren, I really thought that it would be like when Jiren was on his knees and Frieza was about to eliminate him. I genuinely believed that Frieza was going to eliminate 17 in that moment. I was so sure. I was saying, I was reading it, saying, "Yep, here comes Frieza. Here comes 17. The MVP is gonna be eliminated right now," and it didn't happen. So, good job, Toriyama. Good job, because you or I guess more Toei, because Toriyama more so gives a draft. So regardless, still a good episode. And then after Goku and Frieza both double eliminated Jiren, I was actually shocked. I did not think Goku was going to be eliminated from this tournament. I definitely thought I thought it would make sense for it to happen because Goku is not stronger than Jiren. So that's the only way they can make it happen. The only way they could. Because one thing Dragon Ball Super hasn't done. One thing Dragon Ball Super hasn't done in the show is state clearly who is stronger between Goku and Vegeta. I know it may cause I'll give you an example. Goku versus Hit, Goku beats it, but only because he saw Vegeta fight Hit. If it was in reverse, you could argue Vegeta would do the same thing. The Kaioken was an advantage, yes, but that was not definitive proof to say Goku is stronger than Vegeta. It showed you that Goku can beat Vegeta, not Goku is stronger than Vegeta. In the Goku Black Arc, Vegeta is stronger, but Goku does similar feats that will put him up around that level. So the argument is, if Vegeta is stronger, he is not that much stronger. In the what else? in the tournament of power, Vegeta got the new form, yeah, but now Goku has Kaioken. So we gotta argue. Personally, I think Vegeta form might be stronger because it just most Super Saiyan forms, the next form is more than 20 times stronger. That's just how it is. Super Saiyan 1 and 2, it's more than 20 times stronger. It's, I believe, I'm not exactly sure, but it's more than 20 times. Super Saiyan 2 or 3, it's more than 20 times. It's always been more than 20 times. But in the story sense, they could be equal simply because they have Goku and Vegeta standing side by side, and like they wouldn't have like Goku and Piccolo stand side by side. They wouldn't do that unless they were implying that Goku and Piccolo are equal. Like, you know what I mean? So, wait, what are they talking about? Hold up, because I'm doing one take. Because I enjoy this one take. What are they gonna say? Okay. Anyway, so when they eliminate Jiren, I was shocked, and then 17 wins. So when 17 won the tournament, I was at that point. Honestly, this may have been a very good way of confusing your audience because when they eliminated the rest of Universe 11 from the tournament, I honestly thought, I'm like, what was the point of doing this now? Because now it's gonna be like 4-on-1, and like they could have done it when they were like 4-on-4. No, they could have done it 5-on-3 and have it like really rotate, so have like a back and forth kind of thing. But they didn't do that. Instead, they did this, which I like it. I definitely like it. It's like Dragon Ball Super has done a very good job at steering away from what the crowd thinks is gonna happen. Okay. Now, after like honestly, I really liked when Zeno said, or not Zeno, when the Grand Prix said that Zeno foresaw all of this. I'm like, okay, so that means that Zeno has no real intention, or at least it wasn't in his plan to eliminate all the other universes. That gives me Zeno a lot more sympathy, or I guess, where he didn't he planned on eliminating the universe if the worst thing happened, but the original plan was to make them think they're gonna be eliminated and see what they're gonna do when they're at the wall, which is smart. You know what I mean? Because like this is what God should do. He shouldn't try just to like eliminate the problem. Try to fix the problem. Now, after the tournament's over, honestly, Frieza's alive, and I have no idea how that makes sense. Frieza is alive. At the end of this tournament, at the end of Dragon Ball Super, Frieza is alive, and he has an army, and he has like so. This is pretty reckless. But at this point, it's like because Frieza can just take his army, go to Namek, get the Dragon Balls, and wait for immortality. If he really wanted to, he could do that. So now, would that be a threat to all the universes? Not really, because Omni King can just erase. But it would definitely be a threat to Goku, because if he were to come to Earth immortal, I don't know what Beerus would really do. Would Beerus really stop him? I don't think he would. Would we stop him? I don't think he would, because that's, once again, it's a mortal problem. Well, maybe they would, because Whis technically did bring him back to life, so maybe he would. Okay, so what else happened? Yeah, so after the tournament ends, we see Goku and Vegeta training again, and Goku is in Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta says, "What happened to your Ultra Instinct?" basically, and Goku says, "I cannot do it anymore." Now, this goes back to a very popular theory about Ultra Instinct. It basically said that it can only be activated by the stronger than the last time, basically. So it's like the first time Goku did Ultra Instinct, he did it with Spirit Bomb. The second time Ultra Instinct, it was with Kefla, who is stronger than Spirit Bomb. It's been confirmed. Look it up. The third time he did Ultra Instinct, it was with Jiren, who is stronger than Kefla. So if it keeps going in this pace, we can assume that if the Ultra Instinct theory is true, that would mean that the next time it's activated has to be someone who is stronger than Jiren, which is honestly a big gap. So what this does story-wise is that they could do it so that the next villain in Dragon Ball Super or the movie could be stronger than Goku but weaker than Jiren, so that Ultra Instinct is not the thing in the movie that happens. If they did that now, that is very creative, because there's a gap there. There's honestly a huge gap between Goku Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken, and Ultra Instinct. There's a big gap there. There's a huge gap there. So they can honestly shove a lot of villains in there who are stronger than Goku, who will still pose a very big threat to Universe 7 without using Ultra Instinct. And when they use Ultra Instinct the next time, which honestly I hope not for a long time, it could be a very good thing. So when this happens, we see that Vegeta is not in his Super Saiyan Blue Evolution form, which I really hope they're not going to do the same thing with Ultra Instinct and say that Vegeta can't do it by himself. I really hope they don't, because it's not as definitive of what activated this form. We don't know if it's lost the same way Super Saiyan is activated. We don't know if it's just anger because he's angry that Universe 6 is eliminated. We don't know what activated the form individually. So I really hope it's not the same scenario. But if they do, I really hope they kind of maybe like talk about it or like something. But it's Dragon Ball. We know they most likely won't. So we see this, and there's a big throwback to their original form, their first fight. Vegeta is in his iconic stance. Goku is in his stance. They're in the rocky biome thing, and they're about this episode hit me right in the feels, you know. So once again, I think better than Z ending, but I don't know better than GT ending. Okay, so this is the last time we're going to Dragon Ball Super for, I believe, until December, which is honestly a long time. But I'm hyped for the movie, especially with all the new information we got, because Frieza's alive. So I'm assuming they're going to talk about Frieza in the movie. But I hope they don't show Frieza in the movie. Like maybe talk about him, but don't show him. I think I hit all the points. Yes. So I think that's it. Okay, so that's my Dragon Ball Super 131 review, rant, discussion, whatever you want to call it. It will all be labeled in the description below. Subscribe if you're new. Like if you like what I talked about. Comment below if you want to start a conversation. This is about conversation. And that's it.